Making Bird's Nest Beauty from MakeHairBowsNow.com, another free tutorial I'd like to provide you. This is such an easy, fast bow to make and so inexpensive. This is just leftover string that I had from a bow that I made where I frayed the fabric. You can change the looks with embellishment, beads, buttons, you name it, and it'll change it. We can make it small flower or a large flower. We're going to make a larger flower here. So you're going to fray your fabric. This is just cheap rayon fabric, just a 2 inches wide, and just rip it and then just pull the threads off is the best way to do this. If you don't have any of this laying around, you could just buy about 4 inches at the fabric store, or you could use crochet thread, would work just fine. So once you have your long strips of thread, you can have a 2-inch circle of stiff felt. We're going to use some glue here. This is just low temperature glue as I'm using, because then I can push on it and not burn myself. So low temperature hot glue gun and glue works just fine. I'm going to form these into petals because that's the style we're making right here. But you could just kind of lump it on. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So just take your petals and just keep on forming them as you work your way around. Add your hot glue as you go. And again, you can make this small or large. When you run out of string, you're just going to cut it or trim it and just get another long strip of thread and just continue adding it till you have all the loops that you need. Take and cut the edge there and hot glue to secure it. And I'm going to do a center here on this one. I'm going to just kind of take my string and wrap it around on itself and create kind of like a nest right in the center. You could just add embellishment right here and be done like this one, but we're going to take and do some swoops on it like this to finish it off just a little bit more. This pink one you see is just a mass of string with no swoops, no form to it, and it's awful cute too. For this version here, we're going to make a big bird's nest right in the center, kind of a big swirl. So I folded my string in half, and it's probably about 45-60 inches long, depending on the width of my fabric. And then I'm just going to take and swirl it in on itself till the entire center is covered. So not only do I have swirls out for the petal, but I have a swirl in the center. Look how cute that looks. Kind of push it down to seal it. That's why I like that low temperature hot glue. Then that way I won't get burned. This version of the bow, we're not going to do the petals. We're just going to put the whole mass together, and we have hot glue on our stiff felt circle, and we're just pushing it in, and you can create little dimples by just pushing the fabric in and attaching it to the hot glue. Add more hot glue as you need to. You can kind of do this all at once and just add a little more hot glue. Trim off the string that you need, and if you have twist it in on itself till you have the look you like. I like having different angles and having some odd shapes rather than just a perfect circle. So a little more hot glue. Make sure it's adhered. Don't over hot glue, because it's kind of nice to have some kind of poking out and some random threads showing as well. We're all done with this bow. All we have to add is our embellishments. Here's 3 white beads. You can use hot glue, or you could use the 6000 to adhere that with. See the buttons? I've even threaded the thread right through it too as well. So this is a scrapbook embellishment I found, and like I said, hot glue will work, but E6000 on the small beads, it doesn't get as messy, but either way will work. Here's one way to attach a hair clip to the back. This is a small felt heart, and it's just glued on 3 points, and it leaves room in the center for an alligator clip to slide through, and then you can attach that to the hair, or you could just attach it to any other clip you like. I like this one. This is very, very random, and it's pink thread. This is a scrapbook embellishment on the bow we made, or a button with threads showing through. This is all brought to you by MakeHairBowsNow.com. Go to my blog to look for other free tutorials.